Almightians, are you ready for the new season already? अब हर सीजन हम अपने अपने क्लब्स के जर्सीज तो खरीदते हैं ना. Well, at least we want to. वो अलग बात है कि बटवे की वाट लग जाती है, लेकिन इस बार फैन कोड ने डिजाइन किया हमारे लिए एक स्पेशल मर्च रेंज, वो भी अफोर्डेबल. हाँ भाई हाँ, स्पेशली आपके लिए हम ला रहे हैं एन एक्सक्लूसिव डिस्काउंटेड ऑफर डिस्पाइट टॉप क्वालिटी. Please see all the options below. Variety of them, mind you, along with the description link जहां पर है यूनिक कूपन कोड जिससे मिलेगा आपको एक्स्ट्रा, यस भाई, एक्स्ट्रा डिस्काउंट. रुके जरा, चेल्सी फैंस आपके पास भी आएंगे फॉर श्योर. ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज आफ्टर ऑल. लेकिन मीनवाइल हमारे सेरिया, बुंडेसलीगा, लीगा और ला लीगा, स्पेशली पार्सा फैंस, मैं कैसा लग रहा हूं इसमें? यस, अब मैचडेज पर ही नहीं पर डेली आउटिंग्स पर भी हम फ्लॉन्ट कर सकते हैं, नहीं क्या? Let's get going with our orders. याद रखिए, it's valid only for this month and the unique coupon code and link below. आओ टशन करें, क्या बोलते? Yes guys, the break is back. लेकिन भाई lots to talk. I think ये वाला बैंटर सेशन तो अलग लेवल होने वाला है भाई. क्रेजी वीक रहा है. ऑफ कोर्स आप बोलोगे आपके चेहरे में स्माइल कैसा है भाई? डेफिनेटली हारना, ड्रॉ करना, दैट इज पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ अ चेल्सी फैन. लेकिन पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ लूजिंग एंड देन कमिंग एंड सेइंग सर्टेन थिंग्स इन द प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस, वो है एरिक टेन हाग भाई. मतलब हैट्स ऑफ टू एरिक टेन हाग की कॉन्फ्रेंस. जिंदगी में ना कुछ करना है ना तो एरिक टेन हाग जैसा भाई कॉन्फिडेंस रखो बस भाई. नो मैटर व्हाट हैपेंस, आपके मेन राइवल से आप हारो भाई 7-0, 4-0, 4-2, 3-0, बट आप आकर बोलो भाई हमने तो जीता भाई, हमने तो उखाड़ा है, देखना हम लोग ट्रॉफी जीतेंगे. दैट इज एरिक टेन हाग. लेकिन ही इज क्वेश्चनिंग वेदर ही इज हैरी पॉटर और नॉट. भाई पता नहीं, हैरी पॉटर की नहीं, बट इज ही रियली हगू पॉटर? पता नहीं, हगू पुत्र पता नहीं. लेट्स सी. आई हैव माय ओपिनियन. लेकिन बैंटर असाइड भाई, वेलकम टू ऑल द फैंस, नॉट जस्ट मैनचेस्टर एंड चेल्सी. ऑफ कोर्स हम बात करेंगे अबाउट आर्सेनल, उनका भी काफी कंट्रोवर्सी था इन द वीकेंड. ऑफ कोर्स लिवरपूल एंड मैन सिटी, द टीम्स टू बीट राइट नाउ येट अगेन. ऐसे लग रहा है अगेन द टाइम हैज गॉन बैक टू जस्ट अ कपल ऑफ सीजंस बैक. लेकिन अगेन वेलकम बैक टू ऑलमाइटी ब्लूज एफसी फैन चैनल. फॉर ऑल टू सी कौन लोग है इन द चैट, लेट मी नो. जेनोट्रॉन इन द हाउस, राम भाई, सब लोग लेट्स गेट द लाइक अप बिकॉज यू नो दैट दिस इज अ वेरी इंटरेक्टिव स्ट्रीम. व्हाट्स अप भाई साहब, इतना बड़ा नाम, नाइस टू सी. एनीवे, लाफ्टर क्लब ओपिनियन ऑन लेवेंडोव्स्की फॉर्म दिस सीजन, विल कम टू दैट. थोड़ा सा just requesting to take a look at the description, the title and the thumbnail so that we focus on that. In 5 minutes we'll take all the leagues because it's a fan channel for all to see. मेरे भाई मैन सिटी फैन इन द हाउस, व्हाट्स अप? अनिमेश बोल रहे हैं यहाँ पर टेन हाग पर इतना गुस्सा आ रहा है. ओ भाई साहब, बात करेंगे डेफिनेटली. आई वांट ऑल द मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड फैंस इन द हाउस टू कम इन एज वेल एज द न्यूट्रल्स. हर्षा, वरुण और स्नोसन तो बहुत खुश होंगे आज. एब्सोल्युटली नो प्रॉब्लम. जेनेट्रॉन, लव यू ब्रो, नो प्रॉब्लम एट ऑल. लेकिन यहाँ पर we have firstly, I believe, a neutral joining in. That is Suchit. Bhai Suchit, I would request, can we all put a request to Suchit to change the background because you have dropped points at home and kahin na kahin, I think it's early, very early days, but Suchit, come on, surely Arsenal dropping points, yes, thanks to the referee you might say, but surely kahin na kahin that's a big setback early on, nahi?
Oh yeah. What can I say? See, we initially played very well, but then yeah, I'm not saying that we could have won in the end. There's always a possibility of like drawing, even in spite of having Declan Rice, but that refereeing issue messed us up. And then I saw the bunch of fans were like responding, especially United fans saying that, oh, this is the humbling that Arsenal fans needed. This is the humbling that Arsenal fans deserve and everything. I just waited. I clearly waited for the next day. And then United fans gave me all the content to react to it. It was pure bliss the next day. And yeah, it gave me some peace, but I'm not completely over the fact that referees of certain standards are still making such issues. And that guy has some vendetta against all Arsenal matches. Like last year, I'm sorry, last season when Reece Nelson equalized in the like dying minutes against Bournemouth, apparently he went and complained as well that, oh, these guys are celebrating too much And then a few years back, when there was a certain red card which was not supposed to be a red card, it was like basically the slightest of touches, even that he gave. So yeah, this referee has some issue against us, and yeah, can't believe that.
Yeah.
Luckily, it happened just early in, so there's still time to recover and all that. That's all I'm going to say.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल आई हियर यू भाई साहब लेकिन ब्रेकिंग न्यूज यस शुभम आई न्यू दिस वाज गोइंग टू कम भाई कहीं ना कहीं हम टॉपिक सोचते हैं और ऑल द टैबलॉइड्स मेक श्योर दैट वी कैन नॉट फोकस ऑन व्हाट वी आर ट्राइंग टू डू लेकिन ये टैबलॉइड नहीं है दिस इज अ फैक्ट गाइस Galatasaray have made an initial approach to loan Victor Osimhen as Dimarzio called. Dimarzio भाई बहुत ही बड़ा fraud निकलता आजकल लेकिन in case of Osimhen he was proven to be right in the end on deadline day. Napoli still have no plans to reintegrate Osimhen if he stays Nigerian striker, considering options including waiting until January. So basically speaking, in my opinion, ये हो सकता है short term loan जो मैं ऑफ स्टेज बोल ही रहा था सुचित को. आई बिलीव इट्स क्वाइट पॉसिबल दैट हो सकता है मतलब अगेन आई एम नॉट श्योर हाउ आई फील अबाउट अस गोइंग फॉर ऑजीमैन अगेन इन जनवरी. अफवाह आ रही है दैट वी माइट स्टिल गो क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं दैट हैज बीन स्टेटमेंट इन द प्रेस कि वी माइट वी लुक एट इट इन जनवरी. दैट्स व्हाट हैज बीन सेड. आप लोग बोलिए व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दैट ऑजीमैन स्टोरी बिकॉज अगर शॉर्ट टर्म लोन होता है आई थिंक ऑफ से इनफॉर्मली वो अग्री कर दिया है कि भाई जनवरी में ज्वाइन करेगा सर्टेन क्लब maybe Chelsea, I don't know, then maybe it's a short term loan लेकिन either way it could be a long term loan और वो समझ तक वेट कर सकता है. I would love for you all to know what you are thinking about that. लेकिन भाई सब लोग come on यहाँ पर वी गो टू एड अ मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड फैन इन द हाउस. आज मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड फैन तो ऐड करना ही था भाई फॉर श्योर. इनफैक्ट एनी इज आल्सो जॉइनिंग बट नेथन ब्रो व्हाट्स अप. ऑफ कोर्स विल कम टू मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड लेकिन ओवरऑल नेथन द वीक in general if you have to pick the performance of the weekend, well obviously Liverpool is a strong standout, but apart from that you have any picks for really the performance of the weekend? Chat आप लोग भी बोलिए यार कौन सा बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस था. आप म्यूट करो नितिन और म्यूट.
Bournemouth.
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 Yes,
Crazy.
crazy, absolutely crazy यार, absolutely crazy match यार. मतलब the last few minutes if you watch it again, हम मैं live नहीं देख पाया लेकिन even in the highlight man it was like total chaos. That was it. Harsha Bhore Newcastle was actually impressive. They sucked a lot of pressure, mind you. They sucked a lot of pressure, 100%. But as much as we are saying Newcastle and Bournemouth, I know Nathan would like to see the couple of slides here. Lekin the reality is that I don't know how many of you all remember. I think when I put a reel, when I said about certain things about Liverpool, I was laughed at. Again, not good, trying to take the credit, but it's a fact. So just saying it. Sometimes, less change is better than more changes. Arne Slot has proven exactly that. And I think you have to give it to the guy. Why he's in a new league, unfazed by the situation. The way that I think wo minor changes kiya hai, maybe FSG has helped. I don't know in that indirectly. Maybe the fact is, he's just वो Dutch confidence, है उसमें. But which Erik Ten Hag also is having, which we started the stream with. लेकिन वो confidence or reality or sometimes even मतलब imaginary world is very say debatable. लेकिन यहाँ पर Nathan has just gone off as we are showing Liverpool on the screen. लेकिन कोई नहीं, as soon as Liverpool's gone, Nathan will come back. Looks like it. Animesh in the house. Annie, what's up, bro? Annie didn't want to Liverpool pictures in the stream, but Annie, you have to agree, just as a football fan, as a content creator, that Liverpool are looking the most solid. But Mo Salah par ho jaye bhai, matlab where you have seen the years, how do you rate Mo Salah? Mein there's always a polarized opinion, right? Yeah, basically he's a striker, come a winger. He's he's a goal scorer, but in terms of say just on the eye, he's not as good as say for example, हम Chelsea fans भी कुछ बोलते, Hazard etc. But where are you? Any like where and why do you think against Manchester United in particular he does like so well?
I think we were looking at this कि against United उसके पास I think कभी 11 गोल हो गए, I think 13 मैचों में. I think it's कुछ स्टार्ट में रिकॉर्ड था कि he had not scored against us in the first I think 3, 4 कुछ 5 games, उसके बाद that means he has gone to score 11 goals and I think he has 5-6 assists. उसने कल भी बोला था मैच के बाद कि it was an easy game, they could have scored more. It is something that I believe लोग बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट प्लेयर है लिवरपूल के लिए, नो डाउट अबाउट इट. इन जनरल माने आके चला गया, फिरमिनो आके चला गया, साला इज द लास्ट वन लेफ्ट राइट फ्रॉम दैट ईरा, द फर्स्ट 3 अटैकर्स अंडर क्लॉप when they finally got a potent attack after 10-11 years. So if you look at just those facts, yes, Salah is very important, and I think you can probably argue Salah is probably a top 10 players in the Premier League era. एक चीज ही है, obviously look, end of the day they won only one Premier League title. But it is against the Man City side, which is arguably the best in the last 15 years, right? Coming to yesterday's match, how good was Salah? It's not petty or bitter. मेरे ख्याल से wasn't that he was that good. It was just that he was just given free room to do whatever he wanted. मतलब आप किसी को any good player, any good instinctive player, any good footballer, you give him that much space, time and time again. But I believe it. Ipswich के लेफ्ट बैक ने भी 2 गलती की, दोनों बार they paid when the goal came from there. United this was just shut out, like locked out in the match only. मतलब it's not just Salah. So look at Diaz, look at Jota. All 3 of them were free all the time. मतलब ना मिडफील्ड में मार्किंग था, ना डिफेंस में मार्किंग था. तो कल की मैच की बात करें तो like yeah, look at this, look at Onana's position. There's no way Onana is making, अगर जो स्काउट शॉट भी जाता है ना 2 बाउंस लेके तो भी पहुंच नहीं पाएगा, राइट?
मतलब मुझे क्या लगता है ना, वो बोलते हैं ना चमक दिखा रहेगा भाई. मतलब कभी-कभी he tries to be over smart. I feel it's almost that, right?
Ankit, but right after this, not more than 60 seconds after this, they did a freaking whole rondo over there and again took out our left back and again almost scored. वो deflection लेके it went around, right?
Correct भाई साहब.
So my point is कि देख, one is there कि yes, Mo Salah took a while to get going against United. अभी now I think he's 11 गोल हो गए, तो technically he's the probably highest scorer against United from opposition players. I don't know Aguero, Henry का कोई है कि नहीं. I don't think Henry Aguero का ज़्यादा रहेगा. But for yesterday's match, yes, Liverpool played well, but they didn't have to do anything else. Like we only look, you can say कि हमने एक अलग style of football चाहिए United fans को. We tried playing attacking football, building from the back. Casemiro tried 2 very brave passes. दोनों time mug हो गया, दोनों time goal हो गया. On another day, maybe defenders catch up and make up for a midfielder's mistake. Goalkeeper does a better job and makes up for the whole team's mistake. बराबर है, right? But it didn't happen yesterday. ठीक है, Liverpool played decent, but they didn't play like okay, we could have had 5 or 6. मतलब ठीक है, ज़्यादा हो गया. But on paper, they had 3 big chances. We had 3 big chances. They had 11 chances. We had 8 chances. उनके chances, they were clinical, and our goalkeeper position was absolute horrible. I can start pulling out individual names कि किसको blame करना है, but overall, yesterday, this wasn't the best Salah we've seen against United or anything. This is fact. For me, that's a very factual thing to say. In general,
Imagine two assists and 1 goal, and not just that. I think जैसे आपने बोला that they were kind of भाई आराम से basically मतलब ट्रेनिंग में practice नहीं करते थे, time pass नहीं करते sometimes. They were doing that in simple words for people who don't understand what Animesh was trying to say. But Nathan is back. Nathan मतलब obviously we'll go a little bits and pieces about the entire game week. But got to touch about this, Nathan. Again, I did show a stat. It's crazy, man. You've given us Sancho, and this is not a great stat to look at that as well. But Nathan, your 2 cents on the entire thing. What has happened? Of course, we'll come to the post-match things. But on the pitch, what were the issues?
We kept passing to them. Andre Onana is dog shit. Rashford, I mean, yeah, that's all. Rashford, Garnacho went back and forth, but wasn't very ineffective. There were times where Bruno was behind Casemiro and somehow ahead of Xerxes at various points of the game. I don't know how that works out. He keeps drifting to the right when we have a right winger, which he used to do when we were under Oli and we used to play Mata on the right-hand side, or Andreas Pereira, or some weird kind of combination on the right-hand side. I mean, the worst part was Martinez, Menu, and Casemiro, especially Martinez and Casemiro, they literally kept passing it to them in front of our goal. And I was, thank God I've cut all my hair because I was going to pull out some. Mazraoui was all right. Delict one-on-one defending was all right, but he also was passing the ball to them. It was just a horrible day. It's as simple as that.
एक I'll ask Suchit, being a neutral, because देखो, I've given it my 2 cents to begin the stream, then Annie and Nathan spoke, but I showed a stat right now about the XG, and I think we will come into detail on what all things Ten Hag said and why मैंने बोला कि भाई जिंदगी में किसी को कॉन्फिडेंस चाहिए ना, तो भाई टेन हाग जितना कॉन्फिडेंस चाहिए, मैं तो बोलता हूँ, मतलब, और ऑनेस्टली मेरा तो जेन्युइनली, मतलब ये बैंटर भी नहीं भाई, सीरियसली आई जेन्युइनली वांट दैट कॉन्फिडेंस ब्रो, लेकिन ही इज आस्किंग द पीपल, द जर्नलिस्ट जिससे लड़ाई होगी, आई नो कहीं ना कहीं इगोइस्टिक बंदा है, डच, इट्स अ डच मेंटालिटी, बट द एक्सजी थिंग, मतलब come on, anyone who watched the game, no one's going to tell me that United were toe-to-toe with Liverpool. From where did that come? What? Come on. Again, I'm sure Nathan, Sujit, as neutrals, we think that statement was deluded. Would you agree?
I see. The moment people talk about XG, it's like adding just some random context to something that is not really true. Like if you saw the match, you can clearly see it was not exactly toe to toe, right? But I'll agree to a point where initially the game was kind of open. Nobody had a decent midfield who was able to have some control. It always looked like initially it looked like United were going to score. I'll be very honest. That's when I was scared because I wanted Liverpool to just smash the shit out of United because of the way that they treated me the previous day. Not the point, anyways. But then,
are you sure you wanted that? I'm surprised by that, because Arsenal fans saying that, because देखो United कितना भी अच्छा कर ले, I don't think they are going to fight for the title. We all know that, right? With no disrespect.
But then when we dropped points against Brighton, personally, I had friends of mine who were supporting United. So in that way,
bro, club above friends, bro. Club above friends. Arsenal
exactly.
के लिए important thing would have been that
Ankit
United
bhai,
have won.
this is where United fans also stay behind na. Arey, they don't have a problem. They want to cry about United because I can't banter my Liverpool friends anymore. I can't banter my Chelsea fans anymore. अरे तुम लोग का personal
times have
banter
changed,
छोड़ो
exactly.
और अपना क्लब का देखो what's better for you यार. Like हमारे भी fans ऐसे ही बहुत करते हैं. अरे now I can't go crack the Gerrard joke. Now I can't say this. उसमें ही हो जाता है.
बट कमिंग बैक टू एनी भाई, आपके पास ही आते हैं भाई. अब मैंने क्यों भाई डाला है, मैंने आज मैसेज किया था एनी और नेथन को, दोनों को, भाई थोड़ा सा बैंटर वाला मैं बना रहा हूँ थंबनेल, ठीक है? तो मैं लिटरली परमिशन लिया आज, ठीक है? मतलब वो होता नहीं यूजुअली, बट आई लिटरली डिड दैट. बट एनी मतलब आई नो एग्जैक्टली वो कमेंट पर आएंगे 100%, लेकिन that thing that I'm not Harry Potter etc. यहाँ पर हर्षा बोल रहे that why is Casemiro being the scapegoat. There are two thoughts यहाँ पर, कि एक तो Casemiro इसलिए kind of being caught out हो रहा है because of the system that you're slightly changed, and that वो बहुत अच्छे से Arne Slot has समझाया है. For people who are not here, do check it out what Arne Slot has said, and very interesting tactical explanation that, and I actually agree with him. And that is why Casemiro was isolated in a sense. देखो भाई, Kobe Mainu, of course he's a youngster, you cannot blame him etc. But I think it comes down to Ten Hag. Ten Hag needs to take responsibility of it. मतलब rather than saying कि भाई उगाटे नहीं है, मैं उसको एक दिन में बना दूंगा, क्या मतलब मैं हैरी पॉटर नहीं हूँ, and defending Casemiro, which I understand as a manager, I think best of the best managers do. लेकिन at some point, yes, वो बोला कि Liverpool was the better team etc. We have to be humble, but I thought वो फिर भी मतलब there are certain things which बोल देता है ना, मतलब कुछ है उसके मन में जो बोलते था हमेशा. मतलब do you take that as a United fan? Because certain things my manager says, मैं तो भाई I'll call out and say that come on man, what's he talking man, it's not the right mentality. I don't know what do you think.
दो चीजें अंकित भाई. एक चीज आप बोल सकते हो कि इंडिविजुअल एरर्स हुए थे गेम में, which he said.
Correct.
ब्रूनो ने आके उल्टा अलग बोला काउंटर उसके बदले कि लुक यू कांट ब्लेम इंडिविजुअल्स, हम लोग घर पे थे, वी वर ट्राइंग टू प्ले ब्रेव, मिस्टेक हो गई, एंड एज अ यूनिट इट डिडंट वर्क आउट. टेन हैग ने क्या बोला, वी डिडंट स्टिक टू आवर प्लान, इट वाज इंडिविजुअल मिस्टेक. सो दैट्स वेयर आई एम लाइक ठीक है, इट इज ट्रू, इंडिविजुअल मिस्टेक्स दो बड़े थे, दोनों आई सेड बोथ लेड टू गोल्स. But then that's my point again. Yes, Casemiro को blame ही करो because now he got megged off twice of the ball, right? लेकिन बाकी का टीम क्या करता है? At least in one of those two chances, someone should have helped him out. The keeper could have been better positioned. In the Diaz का second goal, what is Onana doing? He's still coming to his near post. Martinez ने मार्क नहीं किया बराबर से, उसकी भी गलती थी. Delight was confused किधर जाना है उसको, but although technically Delight was still looking around for Jota का run ना, तो Diaz was there. Martinez क्या कर रहा था वहां पे? कुछ नहीं. Casemiro का एक गलती हुआ. Dalot क्या कर रहा था साला के साथ? Rashford क्यों ट्रैक नहीं कर रहा था पीछे? I understand where you want to blame. So when I'm saying a Ten Hag के बारे में, he said कि individual mistakes हुआ, yes. लेकिन आपको एडमिट करना चाहिए कि आपने देखा कि रैशफोर्ड ने ट्रैक बैक नहीं किया, तो हाफ टाइम पे निकाल दो ना उसको. आप गर्नाचो को निकाल के, यस गर्नाचो भी रबिश खेल रहा था कल, बट ही वाज टेकिंग अप वेरी गुड पोजीशंस, बहुत ही अच्छे पोजीशन ले रहा था, बट इट वाज इन अ गेम इन व्हिच इवन गर्नाचो थोड़ा भी एक्सपेरिमेंट, यू नो, ही इज नॉट पक्का येट, शुड हैव हैड अ लिटिल बिट मोर, you know, less eager and try to help out with the ball a bit more. I think जब उसको realize हुआ था ना, Liverpool were 2-0 ahead, right? So it was a little too late. I would still have taken off Rashford either way, no matter what Garnacho did or didn't do. Like, I don't think Rashford should have been on this pitch anyway. So when he says कि individual errors cost us the game, हम लोग ने ट्रॉफी जीता है, अगर जो ट्रॉफी नहीं जीत पाते, अगर जो there were problems with my coaching, I wouldn't have won with trophies. Now that is where I'm like, I understand. That's what you want to say. Ki look, I am basically, the press is trying to like, oh, your players got megged. Honestly, it was a very insulting press conference to an extent. Yes, you want to criticize the play of United, karo. But the way the
tactics is my question. I think it hit his ego. और कहीं ना कहीं, I know they crossed the line.
You were mugged. You were this. You were that. भाई last year Chelsea को ऐसे question किया था Pochettino को. नहीं. When Arteta was here the first 2 years, Arteta was safeguarded by the media darlings. First 2 years, right? I mean, you ask a certain way. Yeah. What was Arteta wasn't slaughtered by this. The United fans, United other media sympathizers were like more sympathetic to Arteta than Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans were more against Arteta than everybody else.
That I agree,
Arteta wasn't taken the mickey out of by the English press this way. No one, not Pochettino, not Potter, not Frank Lampard, not Tuchel. No one has ever asked your team was mugged off on the pitch. That's
in that way. Yeah.
That's just that. Nothing else. So, but that being said, Ten Hag is still an idiot. I'm sorry. Like, you can't come and be like.
I'm glad, bhai. I'm glad. And bhai, एक second. Am I allowed to play a very special video? And by एक second,
मैं यही try कर रहा था अंकित भाई. I was trying to play it for my channel for the live later. BBC का ना. देख लो, आपको शायद flag ना हो copyright. मेरे को शायद आ रहा था, इसे मैंने नहीं किया. अब देख लो while playing it.
I'm anyway doing it, guys. Do check it out. This is something that I think this is the story of Ten Hag, and that's the reality if you're a Manchester United fan.
Stick to the plan.
What's the plan?
The plan is huge.
Tell us what the plan is then.
The plan will be the same. We stick to the plan. You have to stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. We have to stick to the plan. Stick to the plan, stick to the game, stick to the plan, stick to the belief, stick to the plan, stick to the rules, stick together, we stick to the plan, stick to the plan, stick together, and stick to the plan.
What's the plan?
Stick to the plan.
So what's the other plan?
Bounce back.
Yes. Okay.
We have to bounce back. We bounce back. Yeah. And bounce back immediately. Bounce back. You can bounce back.
People bounce back.
You have to bounce back. We bounce back. And we stick to the plan. We didn't.
वही था. Like I said, there's a criticism you can give him and criticize him, to ask him, bro, you were mugged off, your team was mugged off. It's like rubbish, right? So you're going to get what he said. But what he said, like all the times, ki bahut arrogant hai Ten Hag, and some Dutch mentality hai. Van Gaal was like that. Dutch managers are like that. Look, but to say कि अगर जो मेरा फुटबॉल इतना घटिया होता तो हम ट्रॉफी नहीं जीतते, wrong thing to say. You could have also said कि मेरा टीम ट्रांजिशन में है, लास्ट ईयर इंजरी था. सब वैलिड पॉइंट जो बोला था लास्ट ईयर इज अंडरस्टैंडेबल. टू कम एंड से आई वुडंट हैव वन अ ट्रॉफी इफ माय टीम डिड नॉट प्ले फुटबॉल इज, आप एक वन ऑफ मैच की बात कर रहे हो, तो आप अपना खुद का कॉन्ट्रडिक्ट कर रहे हो ना. फाइनल्स आर, नो मैटर, यस यू प्लेड सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ फुटबॉल टू विन 2 ट्रॉफीज, बराबर. बट लास्ट सीजन जो हमने मैच जीते थे कॉवेंट्री के सामने पेनल्टी पे और लिवरपूल के सामने एक्स्ट्रा टाइम पे, वहां पे स्टाइल ऑफ फुटबॉल नहीं था ना. So again, that was a very wrong point for him. But that being said, no reporter has the balls to go to any other team and ask us. Pep को आके पूछेगा कि आज तो तुम लोग का 3-4 मैच बहुत खराब खेला है. Pep Guardiola, where is the style of play? Rodri is not playing. हार जाते तो. Last time when they lost without Rodri, did they ask him? No. and you shouldn't. It doesn't matter who the manager is.
मतलब it's मतलब well summarized यहाँ पर definitely by Annie, but I don't know. Ten Hag, where are you on, Nathan? मतलब I know a lot of Manchester United fans. Obviously, it's very early in the season. लेकिन there have been managers early in the season definitely not मतलब taken the sack. लेकिन the kind of signings that you made, the plan is definitely not to sack him. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? As in, I for one for sure know that Ten Hag has played with majority of them, and I think that was part. And Ineos want to kind of get that stability going. And वही था why Ten Hag was remaining as a manager. We all know that he was so close to getting sacked last time around. But as a Manchester United supporter for so many years, I'm pretty sure certain things that he says in the media doesn't add up to his performances as a team or even tactics week by week, right, Nathan?
Honestly, I zoned out as soon as you asked whatever he says in a press conference. I spoke to Animesh 10 days ago and I said, either get a translate or shut up. I don't want to hear you talk. I don't want to hear Anthony talk, and I don't want to hear Onana talk. I don't want to hear you all say anything. And I said that to Animesh's face. So he's nodding. So I know he remembers. I'll be very honest with you. I am so glad. I actually am one of the very few people who quite enjoy having a social media account. You know why? Because I said Onana shit from day one. And I feel so good.
You did.
So good. I feel so good. You have no idea how good I feel about it. And
More than you believe.
Palestri scored on debut, and I was like, this is great. I was like, this is fantastic. Betis wanted Anthony and Christian Eriksen. Both of them barely played any of the 3 games. Anthony was the last substitute in the first 2, didn't play the third one. Xerxes was fit from the entire time. He came on, scored the winner. Came on as a substitute in the second and started the third game. We had a number 9. Didn't play a number 9 first 2 games. Look lost when we did play a number 9 in the third game. Erik Ten Hag is... I was listening to Animesh go, Dutch managers are arrogant. And I heard someone, I think Ankit said, Louis van Gaal, let's not even compare. Let's not even go there. Yeah.
It's the mentality, I think. The mentality is totally different.
Louis van Gaal won European Cups before we were born. I wouldn't even say anything.
The winning mentality is different, right? As in terms of week in, week out. It's not just getting glory. The process and continuous glory is something that you strive to achieve as a Manchester United manager, I feel.
No. So in terms of what Ten Hag has to say, sometimes he says something stupid, sometimes he says something smart. I've not actually heard him say anything smart in 3 years.
Wow.
I've actually not. You just put up a video that Animesh is going to put up as well. Can you sense the smart part of the sentence there? Because those are words that he's actually said in a press conference. It's not made up. It's not AI. So can someone explain to me the smart thing he said? I told Animesh straight, why doesn't he just get a translator? These people spend money on all kinds of bullshit. Why can't they just get a translator so we can actually understand what the hell he's trying to say? Like, I'm not even trying to make fun of him.
This statement, no, because इसलिए मैंने डाला है. Sorry to cut you, Nathan. Laughter Club, see, watch and watch. While these guys are giving their views, I totally get it. Why? I'm telling you, you were literally this close. And by again, ifs and buts of part in football, one and credit to Manchester United to win it. But for him to come out and say that is saying that he basically, he's gone out and he's kind of dominated cups. My Animesh, again, matlab, I would like you to tell जो trophies वाला बात है, of course it helps that you won trophies, but you can't come out and say in the press that after Manchester City we are the second most trophy winning in the recent era. Does it? Come on, this is like even he should know that it was basically by the I don't know, मतलब एकदम on the edge वाला चीज था FA Cup तो.
मैं नेथन का point समझता हूँ. It is right. He needs a translator. You know what he meant to say is मैं पहला season इधर आया, I won a Carabao Cup and I finished top 4. Last year I was shit. We had injuries. So पूरा season last year बोला injuries. I can't blame the style of football. लेकिन मैं कप जीता. That's what he meant to say genuinely, because I've gone through all of his pressers, right? Because जो Nathan ने बोला है, even middle of last season, around Jan Feb of this year, they were very bewildering press conferences because players नहीं आ रहे थे ना. So the way he was saying things, he made it look like that he's saying I don't want players. What he meant to say was कि मेरा स्टाइल ऑफ फुटबॉल है, वो प्लेयर्स नहीं आ रहे. And literally you go back, it had to freaking break it down. What Nathan's saying actually, unfortunately, it's a comedic. It seems like it's a comic point, but he's bang on. I think थोड़ा उसको डिक्शनरी पिकअप करना चाहिए, थोड़ा ब्रश अप करना चाहिए. What he meant to say was, look, I am progressing in my mind because hey, I won trophy even though I was shit last year with injuries, and the first year was not that bad. Obviously now, अगर जो आप बोले तो does that make you, if अगर जो आप finish outside the top and you finish outside the top 4, आप FA Cup जीते, but for example Arsenal has just about missed out on the title twice. Okay, first year they trailed off a little faster, but whatever. Does that make you a better team than Arsenal? No. If you would have finished third and won the FA Cup, probably makes you better than Arsenal. Maybe. You're not nowhere near it. You won the FA Cup, but you were not able to beat Brighton's, Crystal Palace's, Fulham's at home. Right? So you're not better. You were not the better team. Again, उसका mentality जो बोलना चाहता है कि हम progress कर रहे हैं as United. Not that people are shit. What he's coming out and saying is, I have won 2 trophies, other teams have not won anything, means that's how I'm progressing. It's like I
See,
said,
this is, for example, अगर लिवरपूल का अगर बोल रहा है ना मुझे,
but लेकिन वो frustration में, like I said, it is where I have to still tell you, because when you ask a question like that so disrespectfully at Old Trafford after a game, you can tell that your manager basically saying your shit, your tactics are shit, you don't know what you're doing. A reporter to be that is not your friend bantering with you, ना. थोड़ा होता है respect की बात. हाँ, garbage तो garbage खेला, बोलो बराबर है. From that, the anger gave a moronic response, and y'all are right about that. I mean, if this was done by any other rival manager, I would have also been like, क्या बका रहा है. Arteta का कोई होता तो United fan would have picked up that fucking वो documentary का मजाक उड़ा देते. Anyone would have, and I understand why rivals are saying this. I get it. It's very like.
Let's talk to rival by
uncalled for भी नहीं. I don't know what to say. It was just very, just naive. और word ही नहीं मेरे पास. Naive है बहुत. कभी-कभी.
Yeah, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think in his press conference when he was still the manager of United, I think along the lines he said like, okay, trophies are there, but that's only like paper over the cracks. Unless you make progress and almost like there.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong, Suchit. He was a PE teacher. He didn't know anything about United.
No, I'm saying about like making progress in terms. I'm not saying about.
Nathan is on a different level, bro. आज तो बिल्कुल.
I'm so glad I took a day off, because if I was doing this after the match, I was on one yesterday. Even the subscribers were like, he's really pissed today. I was on one yesterday. I'm telling you, I don't care about him.
अच्छा, ये पॉइंट भाई अगेन मेरा पॉइंट ये था कि लिवरपूल को क्रेडिट आई डोंट थिंक हैज बीन गिवन इन द कन्वर्सेशन वी हैड इनफ इन माय ओपिनियन, एंड आई कैन सी आयुष दैट लिवरपूल गाय, दर्शन बाय द वे गाइस, वी आर लाइव आल्सो एट दैट लिवरपूल गाय 10 PM गाइस ऑन दैट लिवरपूल गाय. बट द पॉइंट बीइंग कि I think what Arne Slot has done, ये मैं बताते आ रहा हूँ, and people have been mocking in the beginning month, to me at least, बहुत मेरे रील पर बहुत लोग कमेंट किए थे, अगेन आपका व्यू पॉइंट है, अगेन बोलता हूँ, Arne Slot what he did is basically it was a well functioned team, he just made minor changes, and then he utilized with the resources that he had, with the less amount of money that he had, a Gravenberch and changed him totally. और भाई Gravenberch का बोलूंगा तो भाई आप बोलोगे डच फैन है, 3 साल से वही बोल रहे लोग मुझे. मैं जब लिटरली लोग हंसते थे मुझे 3.5 साल पहले, मैं इतना बोलता था भाई दिस गाय कैन प्ले मल्टीपल पोजीशंस, गिव हिम द चांस. बायर्न म्यूनिख को गाली दिया मैंने लिवरपूल को भी गाली दिया था लास्ट सीजन. पीपल हु वॉच अस नो दैट. आई थिंक दिस इज समवन हु हैज प्लेड मल्टीपल रोल्स इन अ 3 मिडफील्ड जोन, इन अ 2 मिडफील्ड जोन वो किया है. अलग बात है एडिविजी में किया, लेकिन कोई बंदा अगर एडिविजी में ब्रेक करता है क्लेरेंस सेडॉफ के रिकॉर्ड्स, it cannot be laughed out, and people laughed at me when I used to say that, but honestly, Arne Slot, I'm not going to say that Gravenberch is the next big thing already, but that vision of seeing this player and utilizing him despite not making those signings that you want, or Zubimendi saying no, I think that is different. वही चीज यहाँ पर United देखो, they are stuck with Casemiro, और वो बहाने बोल रहे हैं about Ugarte not being ready. Again, he could have changed the system to kind of fit in Casemiro, but on the other hand, यहाँ पर opinion मैं चाहता हूँ, Nathan, what do you think about Casemiro's wife and saying and putting this up? What is your opinion? Because I actually respect the guy. I actually feel कि वो काफी underrated था. When even he was in Madrid, people saying that people carried him. No, he did a lot of things good, and even in United first season, I thought he did brilliantly. जब आपने जीता था Carabao Cup, but you have to admit, right, at some point, what is the point of bringing it up? This only kind of adds fuel to fire.
My thoughts on Casemiro posting a photo of a husband's trophy cabinet is I don't really care because it makes no difference to me. I don't care who's dating who. I don't care whose son's going out with whose daughter.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
just
care.
need
I
your
told
team to do well,
Animesh,
your players to do well, and
I told
perform.
Animesh privately even 10 days ago. I'm like, I don't give a shit about any of their social media. If they don't perform on the pitch, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I pardon my French if there are any women watching, but I actually could not give a shit what they do outside of the pitch. I could not. You could not make me give a shit about these people outside. I don't want to know them. We have plenty of dirtbag players that played for our club. Okay. I'm not going to be part of the moral police. All I care about is what's on the pitch. And if someone tells me Casemiro has been good in 14 months, I'll have whatever you're having because I'll be in a better mood today. That's it. Okay. We have gotten rid of players that are talented. I told Seth the same thing to Animation, our State of Affairs video. We have gotten rid of players that are actually better than the players that are currently playing in our squad. And everyone seems to think it's okay because of a system, all in the name of a system.
Correct.
All, by the way, this I'm actually addressing straight to the camera. To everyone was happy that David De Gea's lost, that left. You all look like the biggest idiots in the world. In the world. And just before anyone tells me, why didn't he get a job? No one wanted to pay him high salary. No one wants Sancho either. Right? That's why he's gone on loan. Right? He's such a baller that Mason Greenwood was sold before Sancho went on loan. Okay, so if anyone goes high salary, we just paid £260,000 to Mount, and you can't tell me Mount was worth more than David De Gea was. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I've had enough of this disrespect. I'm fed up. Ole, the PE teacher. This guy is going to cook. Ajax madness, fluid football. I don't give a shit. These are all buzzwords that you hear on certain channels, so you can get hyped. Listen, look what's happening. Okay. Onana's been a Champions League final, so has Loris Karius. Loris Karius is the third choice goalkeeper at Newcastle right now. Is anyone going to buy him? No. Came from the Italian league where all the PL rejects go to win a Scudetto. Facts. Okay? And you're telling me he's going to come and change our squad. This man doesn't even dive. Because he can be wait, he's going to be our third centre back. Oh, lovely. Shut up, man.
I totally hear you, man. I totally hear you. Malab, the pain. See, as in terms of at least usage of squad, I don't think Chelsea fan.
Usage? Sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry to cut you. What usage of squad? Last year, the entire United fan base was bitching and moaning that Ahmad wasn't used over Anthony. He gets a goal in the last game only to get benched by Rashford again. And there are people saying Rashford played well. What are you all talking about?
Ankit
up, man. I don't care if they have come from. I don't care if they have come from the youth academy, man. I don't care. What is our standards now? What is our standards now? Toby Collier, I played 40. He was thrown into the deep end. He played entire preseason. They should have given him game time for the first 3 games. He gets thrown in the deep end because Casemiro is so shit that his wife has to come out and post his trophy cabinet the next day. And everyone's going, oh, but Toby Collier is not ready. When is everyone going to be ready? Why are they in the bloody squad? Yeah. Why are they in the squad?
Mino wasn't ready last year. He played him. He got him in there.
He threw him in Jan. Exactly. Yeah. Why are people in our squad not ready? Why are they in the squad? Why have you gotten rid of players if you don't have depth? Why is Scott McTominay a Napoli player so you can play Ugarte in January? Don't tell me this is our players' fault, man. Our players don't pick the people on the pitch. I've had enough of this shit, man. I've had enough. Don't give me... nothing pisses me off than when a content creator goes, oh, look, this is how this player is going to improve our squad. What are you talking about? What are you people talking about? It's been 3 years. Just because they have 100K on and a little YouTube plaque doesn't mean they're geniuses. There's plenty of good managers that have failed in every league. Don't be foolish. Look at the game. I don't care. I don't care. Like, whoever your favorite content creators, they all fucked up. All of them. Every one of them. The ones that were waving the flag, oh, the hair's gone. The PE teacher's gone. What are you on about? Have some bloody pride.
You know what? See, that's old. Exactly, Nathan. Because I have felt that.
Fuck's
That's why
sake,
मैं
man.
खुद से बोल रहा था. Because literally we felt the same. Literally we let go in the last few years. आप देखो तो we have sent leaders who performed, who have actually won for us, who understand what is it wearing the badge of our club. And I totally get it where you're coming from. Animesh, pretty sure you will also second that. मतलब obviously in hindsight एक चीज होता है, but the reality is that at the end of the day you want to have a balance. I think last time we discussed transfer window was going on. I remember 2 days before the transfer deadline day, I was asking Animesh a question. Don't you think you should have gone for a much more experienced striker? Even if that experienced striker wasn't available, like we were at least trying for an Osimhen or like a Tony, compared to maybe I don't know how many of you know this chat. I rate Zirkzee. They can. He had more XG than whole of Liverpool. I think something like that crazy stat मैंने देखा भाई कल. मतलब that is clear. मतलब why are we so frustrated as Chelsea fans with Nicholas Jackson? उस पर भी आएंगे. लेकिन I would like to ask that right now, that balance, you're throwing kids in the deep end like Nathan said. ठीक है, that balance is not there. तो solution क्या है? Now देखो transfer window is ended. So Animesh, right now as you're thinking, obviously the expectations are far more this time. Delict has been signed, bro. आपने उगाटे को किया, आपने जर्सी को किया. At least I think expectation would be for top 4 guarantee कर, or at least fight for get closer to that challenge. Animesh, don't you think that's quite logical or quite मतलब fair?
No, very logical, बहुत pragmatic है ना. मैं आपके साथ ये
मैं यूनाइटेड फैन नहीं हूँ, मैं बोल रहा हूँ भाई. मतलब आप सोचो यूनाइटेड फैन तो
हमारी बात हुई थी ना
explore.
लास्ट 4 हफ्ते से. हमने बात किया था, आपने मुझे पूछा था कि व्हाट आर योर एक्सपेक्टेशंस डिपेंडिंग ऑन कौन से प्लेयर्स आते हैं. आई गिव यू पैरामीटर्स. If we get 2 defenders,
My
so
God.
I would say
Hold on,
5.
Animesh. Hold on, Animesh. Please, I'm so sorry. What are you talking about, Taran? Have you been watching our game for the last 14 months? Casemiro is literally passing the ball to the opposition where they scored 2 goals yesterday. What do you mean? Dude, it's a pass. He's making the pass. How can you blame Ten Hag for him making the pass? What sense does that make?
In fact, I guess said Nathan, blame the defenders at least a little bit that they couldn't cover for their own player.
And one more thing. The ball winner standing on their penalty box instead of playing in between the centre backs. And Bruno is playing behind him. And Bruno is getting abused. That's the best part.
But I think that is what some of the chat members are saying, Nathan, कि basically Ten Hag is at fault as well वहाँ पर, क्योंकि you have to.
Ten Hag is the only person at fault. But that doesn't change the fact that people shouldn't be passing to the opposition 40 yards in front of them.
Yeah, in terms of the structure of the team.
There was no pressure on Casemiro for that second pass. There was no pressure on him for that pass. Right? When he was dispossessed, okay, mistake fully. So,
Casemiro is finished. I agree. He's finished.
See, I don't think he's finished. I think we have to use him sporadically throughout the season. There are times you can use him, but limited. It's finished is different.
Horses for courses वाला चीज है.
What Nathan is saying, how can you say that? Don't only blame him yesterday. Like he said, that pass, there was no pressure on him. He had 3 other passes to pick. He chose to pick one where there were the most congested with Liverpool players around it, when he could have just looked the other side. Right? So that is his individual full end-to-end error. Abhi Ten Hag ne aake bola, his individual mistake is different. But what actually still happened was it was a very bad mistake for him. You can lose the ball once in the match, like I said. And your teammates should cover for you.
Literally, हर एक goal में he was involved. You're right.
But your teammates didn't cover for you, na? So I can blame the whole team on that one goal. एक बार तो cover करो अपने बंदे को. How can you all suck? How can the keeper also suck?
My point is, आप एक बार वो किए हो, why isn't the coaching staff there directing you? They're there. भाई वो लोग Timbuktu में थोड़ी है.
Ten Hag का तो fault वहाँ पे है ही ना, or the coaching staff. But then to say कि he didn't have a bad game yesterday, that pass was so unnecessary. He could have unleashed anything. He could have looked sideways. Anything else but for that pass. Bruno came out and defended it. Now this is how we want to play. We're being brave. Mainu and Casemiro. मतलब ये management से है कि play that pass, break that line. हाँ, if that ball would have made it, Garnacho could have gone through. But there was not that possibility because 3 Liverpool players were about to shut that down immediately the moment he got the ball. Forget that he was thinking of passing. They were already shutting it down. It was not going to happen. That is where you can say maybe he just wasn't seeing it right. Carragher, that to relieve it. But to the point of
Yeah.
Casemiro, he's not
See,
there.
I
Like,
mean,
we
to
need someone
be fair
replace
to
him.
the Liverpool fans, देखो, मतलब I know kind of United fans के लिए it's a very painstaking moment. Yet again, you've gotten through that. Bhai, of course, I don't need to say Suchita बैठा है भाई. Why was my reaction a certain reaction last year against Arsenal? So I can definitely feel that. But on the other hand, we have to give credit to Liverpool fans. Bhai, to be honest, they have to celebrate it, because if I was them, I would have done that as well. Exactly.
Of
No, I'm
course,
just saying
of
about
course.
Carragher. Neville and Carragher have become trash, both of them. They have
वो
become
तो
props
भाई,
for
मतलब
Sky
they are
Sports.
more like cloud chasers
As
more than
pundits,
any
I have
one of
lost
us.
respect for both of them. I used to actually like Carragher and Neville till 2 years back. Monday Night Football बहुत अच्छा था. Now they've both gone their own way to just get, like you said, cloud. They both become bad.
But भाई आयुष बोल रहे हैं, I'm happy that I'm wrong, dear. To be honest भाई, आयुष ने एटलीस्ट याद किया भाई, थैंक यू. मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना भाई, मुझे ना इतने लोग ने सोशल मीडिया में, मेरे चैनल पर, हमें घंटा पता है. मैं क्यों बोलता हूँ भाई हमें तो घंटा पता है. Gravenberch and Diaz, anyone knows by 2021 se, and not when they both became popular. From 2021, people go back and check at Almighty Sports also. Literally, bhai, these are two of my players. मैं चाहता था कि I would like to sign these players, two of them, and I have been saying for a reason. But वही है, if you give space, if you play certain way, again defenders का choice. मतलब फॉर मी, आई नो हम 40 मिनट से 45 मिनट से यूनाइटेड डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा बहुत हमें चेल्सी का भी आना है फॉर श्योर, बिकॉज देयर आर आल्सो प्रॉब्लम्स फॉर श्योर इन डिफेंस. देखो भाई, लिसांड्रो मार्टिनेज, आई नो दैट यूनाइटेड फैंस लव हिम टू द कोर, आई नो दैट. Suchit, I'll take a neutral opinion here. Honestly, give your honest opinion about what do you think about Lisandro Martinez as a player?
I don't think
Where
he
do you
should be
rate
a centre back. I don't think he should be a centre back. In my humblest opinion, I think he's too
He
rash
has
to be a
played
centre
TN,
back.
mind you. जब वो Eredivisie में था, he has played few games. Considering that Casemiro, for example, is not that Casemiro, और अभी बोल रहे उगाटे का भाई टाइम लगेगा. At least हैरी पॉटर नहीं है, इसलिए अभी बन गया हगू पुत्र. तो meanwhile, maybe you think that is one option, considering you have a Maguire and De Ligt, but that centre back partnership also doesn't work, does it? Euro is injured.
That is true. So I mean, at this point, I think they're just like handcuffed. Like, will they play Maguire and De Ligt? I don't know, because when Maguire was like defending well, Ten Hag removed him and put him on the bench and brought in De Ligt. And when De Ligt were like, when they were like losing and they needed to like control the situation, he removed De Ligt and he removed De Ligt and brought in Maguire. So I'm genuinely confused what their centre back pairing is. But at the same time,
again, if I put an example, I don't know, United fans or United panel might take offense, लेकिन मुझे you know what लगता है, I don't know कितने लोगों को याद है भाई, a certain Johnny Heitinga, है ना, आजकल कहाँ पर है भाई, Liverpool fans remember. I think, and again as a Dutch fan also I'm saying, इतना तो right है मेरे पास भाई, Johnny Heitinga was more vibes than the defender that he was. I'm not saying he's as bad, Lisandro Martinez, but I think there is that to him. He's more vibes compared to the defense. I don't know. Over to the United panel, by take it over. Animesh, do you agree with that, or do you think it's just one game?
I don't. No. He's had a bad 2 games.
Back-to-back games में मेरे भाई, last Brighton वाले game में that he was nowhere in his position.
Last year when he was not playing, because of the way he played in the first season, we really missed him last year. And I can agree he's had 2 very bad matches, especially at Diaz that second goal, like I said, right? Where was he? The last match also, he was nowhere. Even against Brighton, I thought he had a very poor match. I think at that time, Maguire का भी mistake हुआ था, but Maguire was covering for him a lot in the Brighton match too. Maguire was more vocal than Martinez, जहाँ पे Martinez is called the pitbull. So Martinez has been off the last 2 games, which is Liverpool and Brighton, true. But to say he's not a good centre back, I disagree, because I do believe.
I'm not saying he's not a good centre back. He's not that level which United needs. Put it that way.
I disagree. I think the job he did in the first season itself, when he played, when he was fit, should tell you that he overhauled our defensive back line. And if he wasn't that good, I think 10
lot of people question, and he did kind of. वो मैं agree करता हूँ.
10 के बाद he would have trailed off in the first season, right?
But
he didn't.
what I'm trying to say, भाई, Animesh, देखो, I know times have changed. यहाँ पर I have to talk about Enzo Maresca, guys. वहाँ भी मेरा अलग rant निकलेगा वहाँ तो. I'm trying to control because he has said certain things in the media which I'm not liking. Although I love my club and manager, but मैं यहाँ पर बोल रहा हूँ, just I'm not going to compare, but the reality is you're talking about the Stamps, the Vidiches, the Rio Ferdinands. Matlab, we are talking about that level. Come on, like, I know it's easier said than done, बहुत easy है. Even the Rafael Varane, for example, in terms of the profile of player that you were getting at that point, right? Even that for a couple of seasons. I still believe is he that? Like, I know Argentina World Cup winner and all that, that's one thing. But I would not say, like, basically speaking, just because you have that, you'll be like 100% sure. Again, we can agree to disagree, but Suchita has something to say, I guess.
No, see, okay, you can't compare to the legends of the game, right? Somewhere they need to start their rebuild. You can't keep comparing. Okay, back in the day, United had these players as defenders. Are they present day defenders good enough? The same issues will always happen if you keep comparing them. But a rebuild needs to start somewhere. So maybe initially Martinez could be
My
the
point,
center back,
Suchit,
but
is
then
being that Ten Hag basically is just getting players because they have played under him. Yeah, basically वो Dutch based players रहे हैं. I think eventually it is not going to help United, and I'm not a United fan. That's what my point is. कि you can. I'm not saying कि available रहता है कोई भी बंदा world class defender, but what I'm saying is you probably could have churned out that map better. जो आपने इतना spend किया है ना at the end of the day. मतलब you might win cups here and there, absolutely जो जीता है. But मेरा point being that you need to win championships, you need that. By being an Arsenal fan, you know what I'm saying about.
I get it. Yeah.
You already have a Gabriel and a Saliba, but still you have gone for a Calafiori, and still last year you went for a Timber. That's what I'm trying to say. I know United also have gone for Delict, लेकिन यहाँ पर जो defense line Arsenal का last season था, they were the best defense. And again, coming from a Chelsea fan, भाई, I have to speak facts. ठीक है? So that is basically your ambition is clear. यहाँ पर you're going the easier way out. I feel कि यार you're just going with your players, etc. Even now you see, even Dutch based player आया Delict, for all we know. मतलब apart from Ugarte, इस season में भी आपने वही खरीदा है. So I am a little bit surprised with that. My point being, but anyway, I know United की बात है तो भाई चलते रहेगी. While Nathan, I know that you're still kind of pissed with that, but guys, एक और भाई एक entertainment कर लेते हैं. Let's make the mood lighter because someone was as frustrated as the United fans, and this is for sure, bro, for sure.
No. Wait.
What happened there, bhai? What happened there? मतलब Newcastle, man, बोलना पड़ेगा. मतलब Eddie Howe, Nathan, do you see Newcastle doing something major because they don't have European football, and thanks to United, कहीं ना कहीं है Chelsea that Newcastle did not get that. It might suit them eventually, but early days still. But how do you see Newcastle? Kind of Spurs were controlling the game, but they missed. Obviously, like in Newcastle, have that striker that probably is the, I think, सबका dream signing right now in the Premier League. Isaac, if I'm honest.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think so. But I will say this. Newcastle scored all 3 goals, and they had Kraft and Byrne as the centre backs. So maybe that has something to do with the fact that how well even Spurs played. I would argue. Not taking anything away from Spurs, wouldn't be the first time they have controlled a lot of the game and then drop points or lose. But I just can't see Newcastle doing. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't see it though, personally.
I agree.
मतलब मेरा भी prediction यही था कि इस बार Newcastle basically again misses out वाला scene. मेरा भी वही है prediction. But थोड़ा बहुत before we go to the Chelsea aspect of things, guys, the second half of the stream, because the transfer window is done, भाई अभी and आपने देख लिया 3 game weeks. Everyone in the chat बोलिए who are your predicted top 5 जाते in a particular order, and we'll go across the panel as well quickly before we go to the next obviously the topic. लेकिन what about Annie, क्या बोल रहे हो, top 5 क्या लग रहा है आपको?
No, मैंने आपको ये बोला था. I think we started talking about this. फिर थोड़ा हमारा वो Casemiro से हम divert हो गए वापस. I'd spoken to you, right, कि अगर United get 5 players, we end up getting rid of some players, so there's no problem with them. There's no way United जो भी system बोलो, जो भी try करना है उसको बोलो, punt ball बोलो. There's no way United or Ten Hag अगर जो players remain fit, obviously. Now it's not for me. In any squad, right? Now, Spurs could end up losing players. Like, for example, I believe that the reason Spurs lost क्योंकि they really miss Mickey Van der Ven. Van der Ven एक साल में बहुत ही important हो गया उनके लिए. the way he plays out from the back, which is what he did again last game where he against Son, he gave that assist, right? Van der Beek really breaks through any team's midfield. So I think Van der Beek miss हो रहा था इसलिए शायद वो नहीं था. But to come to that, I believe Spurs have decent signings. Chelsea has 2 squads, no jokes. They can keep a fresh squad and they can challenge for top 4 very easily. Quality है सब players में.
मतलब
but some raw
midway
talent
through the season at least हम settle हो जाएंगे hopefully.
हो जाएगा, right? United on paper,
Excellent
like I
side.
said, उगरते आया है. अभी कितना impact करेगा मालूम नहीं. उधर एक paper पे midfielder extra है. We've got Mazraoui as cover because Ten Hag and United's backroom staff believe that Shaw and Malacia are going to give us somehow still 35 games combined, which I don't know when and why they think it. But whatever, there is there. We have on paper a backup left centre back in Delight for Maguire, and Lindelof has become like 5th choice. Okay? Johnny Evans, for whatever reason, I'm not mentioning him. He doesn't belong in this equation. We have a number 9 who to help Højlund. Thoda pressure tha Højlund pe last year to score. He was young, whatever, right? We have Ahmad broken in the team. We have Garnacho. There is no reason why United cannot fight for top 4 to at least keep trying till the end to finish in top 4. No matter what, I don't care. You play 1-0 every game. You play counter-attacking every game. There is enough talent in these players to coach them into getting there. What I'm trying to say is, I believe Liverpool will still finish 3rd only because what we're seeing is वो Liverpool का जो मैंने बात किया था निधि मानस के साथ on their stream, they are playing Russian roulette with 2 guns. The board, they have no backup. Liverpool players have no backup. You can say Chiesa, Gakpo will come in if something happens to Salah. There are 2-3 big injuries away again. Liverpool in midfield also from losing the season.
नहीं, I disagree. मैंने लिवरपूल को by the way, I am actually saying again, we can definitely just speak about that because मुझे लगता है that, and again यहाँ पर स्नोसन भाई, big up to स्नोसन भाई अपने mod यहाँ पर भाई मैं जनरलाइज करता नहीं हूँ. People know me, but honestly, I'm seeing in social media and Liverpool fans are downplaying it. Liverpool are well covered, bro. मैंने literally भाई लंबे essays का tweet डाला है उसके बारे में. Honestly, they have enough people now that Gravenberch is an actual option. Now they are having enough options. देखो McAllister, for people who know, जो अर्जेंटीना में रोल करता है, that is very different and he could definitely play that role as well. He has played both the roles. Then they have an Endo अभी भी on paper. They've not let him go, right? They still have him. वो use नहीं करना अलग चीज है. तो और knowing Arne Slot, I thought he comes across a very mature head.
समझो, sorry, अगर वैन डाइक इंजर्ड हो गया तो क्वांजा कोनाटे थोड़ी खेलने वाले.
क्यों नहीं?
मतलब अच्छा No,
अभी मैं पूछता हूँ. Anyway, I'll put that question.
They will win 10 games in a row under Konate and Kwanzaa. I don't think so. I think they can do majority games, and but I'm saying they will.
But if Joe Gomez is gone, Joe Gomez is gone?
See, no, he's clearly not part of the plans for whatever reason.
नहीं, so the Animesh, मेरा question, I'll counter question you in the chat as well for people. Panel, it's open to everyone actually. Animesh, मेरा question is, let me compare with my club for example, because हम 4th या 5th या 6th के लिए, I'm assuming that we are like your Manchester United, Chelsea, maybe Newcastle, maybe Aston Villa, we are all in that spot, and that's a fair opinion, I hope, right? And then top 3 का अलग है, लेकिन if you compare, हमारे पास बेसिकली कॉलविल है, हमारे पास फफाना है. फफाना लिटरली 3 गेम खेला है लास्ट 1.5 साल में. कॉलविल lot of potential, but still we are yet to see that potential, honestly speaking. Tosin Adarabioyo, come on man, the guy should play a first team in football in Fulham. लाए हम चालोबा को let go किए, but he is not playing right now. It is quite clear Disasi, by we ourselves are naming a disaster with all due respect, and I love my players. What I'm trying to say, यहाँ पर हमारे पास options बहुत है. But if you tell me Kwanzaa, Joe Gomez या basically आपका जो कोनाटे है, I would still say I would rely on them more compared to the names of Chelsea that I took. 100%.
No,
even like Lenny Oro for that matter has not proven in Premier League. Kwanzaa at least किया आधे season के लिए Premier League.
That is again a different conversation. I am still telling you, I believe Liverpool will go for the title. They will be in the mix with Arsenal, Man City, but on the final day, Liverpool will be 3rd. Is what I feel. Obviously, it's wrong. I could be wrong, right?
Okay.
But if you ask me right now, I'd still pick Arsenal to win this year, hopefully again, to stop City, because this is like the time of going. The team is better balanced, little bit. They also have a few weaknesses here and there, but it's still better than most of the teams, right? Their centre back pairings are great. Calafiori again can play left wing. The combination of the way the players, the defense can move around, beautiful, right? Thoda cover, Merino unlucky, but cover in midfield, desperately crying last year, right? Partey
Hmm.
not been available. Now I'm telling you again, like I said, Liverpool, I agree with you. I think Liverpool has a very well balanced team in terms of chemistry. But you know, we realized this 2 years back when Van Dijk was injured, थोड़े match के लिए, Robertson was not available, and they lost of their attackers, Jota and somebody else. They were not able to. And आप बोलो कि चलो अभी Chiesa maybe could be that wild card. Beautiful shot, then they can go second. Maybe City fall off, Haaland gets injured, and they go above. I just believe, in my opinion, that whatever you say, I agree with you. The midfield. I was on Akshata's stream couple of days back with Darshan Bhai, and I ended the stream saying that why do some Liverpool fans not rate Gravenberch? I think this is the season he will stand up.
मैं बोल के परेशान हो गया भाई, मुझे रेट नहीं करते एक्चुअली, ये रीजन है. मैं बोल के परेशान हो गया. मैं जो सैकड़ों मैचेस देखा ना डच यूथ के, मतलब people don't care about, actually that's the reality. But let's move on guys quickly. I totally get animation.
But my point is why
exactly
it's good, but I believe this is how things will shake up, and fourth is a full wild card till the end. It could be any one of Tottenham, Chelsea, and United.
मैं
But as of now, I
टॉटनहम
believe
का नाम
Chelsea
ही
makes
लेना
it.
भूल गया.
Aston Villa,
Villa, I think, will again trail off with Champions League. अब उनका squad depth थोड़ा कम हो गया ना, वो लोग को
Yeah,
बहुत
it
काटना
depends
पड़ा
on how
because
they
of
cope.
PSR.
Exactly.
PSR ने बहुत काट दिया वो squad को. तो
अच्छा guys, 1 hour into the stream हो गए. Each and every one and throughout, I think there have been over 100 people watching us, which is great. But let's have more people by hitting that like button. But everyone who's watching, अगर आप सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया हो to either of our channels, be it Sports on Nathan, be it Football Bloody Hell, be it Football Showdown, या Almighty Blues, या Almighty Sports, what are you waiting for, guys? This is a healthy debate we are doing, and we do this twice a week. आपको पता ही है. The OGs of channel do back us in the chat. Not just that, even our panel, they do real content. भाई इतने सारे चैनल्स पे तो मैं सबको टैग नहीं किया टाइटल में, लेकिन फर्स्ट लाइन इन द डिस्क्रिप्शन आपको मिलेगा. प्लीज चेक इट आउट. सिंसियर रिक्वेस्ट, लेट्स गेट द लाइक्स अप एज वेल एज सब्सक्रिप्शंस अप, बिकॉज़ इट ऑलवेज हेल्प्स, विद द बेल आइकॉन एज वेल. जोशुआ बोल रहे हैं, आई हैव अ फीलिंग लिवरपूल विल गो इन फॉर मिंटर फॉर द राइट विंग इन द अपकमिंग विंडोज. आई थिंक फॉर नाउ अभी मुझे नहीं लगता रहे जाएंगे. अब साला का बोल दिया है, बट सुचित, साला लास्ट सीजन, डू यू सी them kind of doing what I am predicting, or what is your prediction?
wait, what did you predict?
अच्छा, सुजीत को तो अलग ही पूरा रामायण हो गया, पूरा राम कौन है भाई. मेरा प्रेडिक्शन है कि लिवरपूल will be the surprise package in terms of fighting for the
No,
title, or
okay.
actually winning.
You're talking about Liverpool. Okay, I thought you were talking about like Salah. Will they ready or no?
नहीं, Salah is leaving, that
okay.
so is clear.
So I weirdly have this take. I could be completely wrong. I could be shouted on in the end. But I feel like a big manager in Klopp has left. The transition from Klopp to Onslaught has been great. So far, like the crowd are like happy with him. The team is happy with him. He's playing beautiful football. He's integrated his style.
But initial hype you feel,
huh? It could be the new manager because again, I'm not trying to make it all about
like
myself,
Ange.
but like Ange is another example. At Arsenal, when Unai Emery came, we went on the 23 match streak where we did not lose. We kept winning or we kept drawing. Could that in the end we fluffed? We finished out of top 4. Could this be something like that? I do not know. But the way things are going, I think Liverpool will finish third, like how I predicted initially. I don't think they'll like derail.
Nathan, are you putting with Sancho coming in and looking happier in Chelsea? Are you giving Chelsea a chance to kind of scrape through the top 4, or you think we are too unpredictable, can't predict?
First of all, with regards to Sancho, good luck. He's your problem now. Secondly, just like I told you earlier,
no, we had one problem called. We'll come to that, but yeah, please go ahead.
I would have taken him over Sancho, but
that's a big call. Yeah, I hear you.
It's not a big call. One of them at 24.
I myself actually have that opinion. I agree with you. ये तो मैं banter के लिए बोला, लेकिन honestly मैंने already बोल दिया अपने videos में that I actually pointed out that certain things you just get the hate, and that's social media talking.
Someone was I read it somewhere. Someone mentioned it on a stream. Sancho has these many posts of Dortmund. He has only one post of United, and he's already have like 3 posts of Chelsea. I was thinking to myself, what difference does it make if he is not performing for your club?
Yeah.
Why do you care what he's typing? Why? I don't understand. Like people are so needy for information these days, even though completely useless information. Like they're so desperate to know what people are doing. All you need to know, if he's a football player, if he's a good one or he's not a good one.
See, I'll show you a good footballer, bro. I'll show you a good footballer. We are given a 9-year contract now.
Let's not get 2033.
33.
He has
I rated
extended, bro.
29.
ये मैच के पहले हुआ था, by the way. मैच के पहले this actually happened, guys. And he gave it back with a goal, guys. He gave it back with a goal.
Yeah.
Yet again. And,
Now
let's
multiply
talk
that
about
one
the
goal
match.
into 9 years and you'll get 9 goals.
you see the amount of misses for one goal, bro.
Oh
But-
my god.
But on the other hand, देखो, I know I have all the
opposite.
opposition panel. By anyone in the chat, tell me, when Jackson plays, Chelsea play. When Jackson does not play, Chelsea are shit, and that's a reality. I don't know why I'm saying it. मैं उसको खुद ही गाली देता हूँ. When I went to the watch, सबसे ज्यादा गाली Jackson को ही पड़ती है. But ये भी मुझे पता है, when Jackson is not part of the team, we bloody stop playing. Well, his link up is so important for that team, and his footballing ability is good. But again, I think he's not a striker. That's the only thing. Honestly, I don't know. This chance. There is a debate on social media that it was in stoppage time for people who by chance आपने नहीं देखा था कल. Basically, that he should have taken it from his right foot, his stronger foot. But वो angle मुझे लगता है that I don't agree. He probably did the right thing by taking left foot, and Henderson got a good save. But Annie, अगर आपके स्ट्राइकर को मिलता है चांस एंड यू डोंट कन्वर्ट, कितना गाली दोगे, कितना लेवल ऑफ गाली?
I mean, आपने देखा ना अगेंस्ट फुलहम गर्नाचो का वो मिस.
Oh my god.
Against Man City, Rashford का miss, it went off his heel 5 yards out of goal. I mean, गाली तो देंगे because no matter what rust they have, pre-season नहीं हुआ. How do you let something bounce in front of you in an open goal, right? Now this on the other hand is not like the easiest. उसका angle थोड़ा short हो रहा है. And it is Jackson. He's a developing striker for you. Nkunku होता you would have expected better on reputation.
वहीं पर मैं मरेस्का को इसलिए देखो, वेरी गुड पॉइंट. आई थिंक द बिगेस्ट पॉइंट वाज, और लोग बोले भाई कम ऑन गिव हिम टाइम, आई वांट टू गिव हिम टाइम. आई डोंट मीन जब मैं भाई कोई भी फैन अगर क्रिटिसाइज करता है अपने टीम या मैनेजर या प्लेयर्स को, डजंट मीन दैट ही वांट्स दैट पर्सन आउट. सी वी हैव दैट्स व्हाई हम यहाँ आते हैं, हमारा मन करता है भाई आपसे डिस्कस करने
Ankit,
का.
if it was open goal like Garnacho, I would have been like, no matter how young you are, you would finish it. It wasn't open. It was tough. He had to pull a player off. ठीक है, maybe could have done still better, but he forced to save ना अभी.
But my point being that why didn't he get on Nkunku? Why didn't he get on even Mudryk early on? To be honest, Mudryk did brilliantly after coming on.
FPL team wants to know why is he playing Nkunku in the freaking Conference League and not in the Prem? ये क्या है मॉड्यूल?
अच्छा, जब आया ना अनिमेश, जब आया एज अ राइट विंगर, वो खेल सकता है. फेलिक्स आया तो आया एज अ लेफ्ट विंगर. दे कैन प्ले, बट दैट्स नॉट द प्राइमरी पोजीशन. मतलब why is this guy trying to play Malo Gusto as a midfielder? Why is he, मतलब Pochettino का same problems again and again. I want to give him time. I see progress. मैं ऐसे नहीं बोलूँगा progress नहीं already, because I see कि for example the centre back partnership which will come to, जैसे मैंने बोला, it has improved over the pre-season. I can clearly see there's a difference. But मेरा point is आप खुद के पैर में कुल्हाड़ी मार रहे हो by not using your resources. This angle I think probably is more clear. I know Suchit. By time for banter man, मौका मिला आपको, चलो go for it.
I'll be very honest. I couldn't watch the match because the match was at 5:30 in the morning.
That's why I have this slide bro in front of you. Come on.
This one, no, I'll actually agree. Like it's not a clear-cut chance where it's like an open.
Thank you.
The keeper. So it's a tough chance.
मैंने सुचित को पेमेंट नहीं दिया भाई, for everyone who are watching.
He has a defender on him as well, so it's a tough chance. Had he scored, it'd been brilliant.
And the defender is who? The defender is अपना ही बंदा भाई, मार्क गेही जो वहाँ गया है. That's one more thing. But yeah, I hear you.
Is that Mark Gehi? Is that Mark Gehi? I thought that was Nathaniel Klein.
Oh yeah, that was Nathaniel. Sorry, but basically Mark Gehi also entire match he was also there. ना मतलब there were two chances जहाँ पर Mark Gehi was there. If not, basically it would have been blocked. Nathan, XG हमने बात किया था about Manchester United XG versus Liverpool XG, Zirkzee XG. यहाँ पर there are again two schools of thought. मतलब I think this XG thing at least Chelsea के लिए मैं देखते आ रहा हूँ right from Lampard first era, if you remember. Lampard first era we used to miss those chances and we used to have XG, and उसने Werner को sign किया था. Werner used to be offside all the time. अभी Jackson / Mudryk is that, one can argue, but do you see that इतना XG आ रहा है? It was just one of those games जहाँ पर it's a Premier League, it happens वाला चीज, or do you see that basically the lack of substitutions after the Felix substitution has to be questioned? The fact that was slow passing is clear for Chelsea. Well, do you think that there are certain issues that clearly needs to be fixed, or you would say कि नहीं, you're actually seeing Enzo Maresca ball actually coming through? It's just that we were unlucky in this game.
Honestly, I thought y'all were a little complacent after the first goal. That goal, as they got out of nowhere, I thought y'all
Almost
were complete-
underconfident, I would say. On the other
Yeah,
hand,
I mean, I was like, why is everyone slowing down? What's going on here? I was doing a watch along for it too, and I was really confused. And Eze suddenly scores, and I was like, this is what happens when you just keep giving them a chance. This is
very
going to
good
happen.
point. I've got this slide at the right time. आप देखो स्कूल में हम लोग लाइन में खड़े नहीं हो जाते अनिमेश, जैसे बेसिकली कोई कर रहा है तो भाई कल Mikael OP bro, Mikael was in the watch along and his was like the reason why Chelsea has signed so many goalkeepers is like सब लोग गोल के सामने भाई लाइन से खड़े हो जाओ बस ताकि गोल रुक जाए बस. तो these defenders are standing with that. Come on.
Ankit bhai,
It's not done.
this is a clear cut case. अगर जो आप बात करें of too many new players not knowing what to do. Everyone running to one, like there is no cohesion के back of your head ना आप आग बन के बोलो, you know where there is. Again, since we have an Arsenal fan, I'll ask him. Declan Rice will close his eyes because he knows where the centre backs are, right? Because they played now for a while. Chelsea, just too many new cooks. ये सब तो होते रहेगा. I feel you'll have more of these sloppy moments. But what promise was against Wolves, I believe, with Chelsea is that you have enough in you to 2-3 concede करोगे तो 4 मार सकते हो on other days. But you will have one of such matches because these guys don't play well. There's still no gelling, right? You finally have capable midfielders ahead of Casemiro and Enzo. But that being said, it's not like Gallagher was the worst. But now maybe you have better potential attacking threat on the wings. You have Neto, who's on paper injury prone hai, like Neto is way more flair and more clinical with his passing. He's more direct with his passing at least, right? You have Jackson, maybe you will get better chances closer to goal, will get you into games. Even if your backline is struggling.
But देखो ये सब I totally agree. But एक चीज मैं बोलते आता हूँ और I think again मतलब lucky enough to watch in the late 90s as well, lucky enough to watch in the early 2000s as well. और भाई no offense, but the reality is that Fergie used to have that I would say almost a fear in the referees. And that was clear, and it wasn't that कोई fixing होती थी भाई. Fergie is the all-time legend of all times in terms of Premier League. अभी भी Pep has not overtaken him, in my opinion. But at the same time, you have that thing. तो referees होता ना 50-50 decisions. I used to see that जो Fergie time में बुलाते थे. I felt that time and again, year after year, कि भाई the 50-50 decisions went towards United. Again, people might disagree, but that's my opinion, having seen all those matches over the years, right? लेकिन अभी एक agenda लगता है, मतलब ये I don't know how many of you all saw this or मेरे watch along में whether I lost it totally. And I know I'm not trying to say कि भाई Chelsea जीत जाती, but probably I'll get in Suchit here because Suchit, you've had a similar kind of a weekend. और ये मैंने public forum में भी आज डाला है. भाई Declan Rice को मिलता है रेड कार्ड तो पूरा दुनिया बावड़ा हो जाता है. यहाँ पर Palmer के against Hughes को blatant, and I mean it couldn't be as clear as that. Should have got a yellow card and a second handing off. And उसके right bar, let me finish. उसके right bar basically, Eze basically scored literally minutes after that. And then right after that, when Hughes was taken off, literally seconds after that, Glasner was clever enough to substitute him. And it cannot be as clear as that. And if people tell me that wouldn't have changed the game, I totally disagree. And again, not trying to protect. The first minute of the game, guys, I think, no, third minute of the game, I think, was it? Kamada put in a crazy tackle. Then he put another tackle in the 5th minute. Then he put another tackle in the 7th minute. 3 tackles. And out of them, arguably 2 were yellow card offenses. Again, trying to wear the neutral hat and saying it. चलो yellow card से तो मैं इतना चिक नहीं किया शुरू में, ठीक है? But then 7th minute, Neto gets that yellow card. Why? Because एक pull back हुआ, ठीक है? That's it. मतलब these doesn't add up. If this guy is through on goal. I'm not seeing a red card, a second yellow card. Sujit, please, say, man. I've like again lost it. I don't want to do that.
So when I watched the highlights, I saw this foul, and I think in the highlights also they showed Hughes' face. He was very sure that he was getting the second yellow because he looked guilty. It was shown in his face, and then him not getting the red card was genuinely concerned. Then I went to your stream to actually check what actually went wrong, and then that's when you explained that, oh, this happened, and then Crystal Palace scores. Then I was like, yeah, yeah, it was
But
absolutely a
Nathan,
second yellow
don't you
for sure.
think what Suchit is
Mm.
saying? I just wanted a second opinion. Nathan, don't you think it's high time that for a second yellow VAR should come in?
First of all, I would like to just clarify.
Mm.
I thought Will Hughes was playing Can I Have Your Jersey Challenge Players Edition. I didn't think that was a yellow card.
Mm.
I thought he was just asking for the jersey so he could give it to his son. So I would just like to defend Will Hughes there. I mean, great blonde hair, blonde beard. I mean, he looks older than everybody's grandfather. God bless.
Mm.
But I was very sure he was going to give Cole Palmer's jersey to his child. So I gave him a pass for that reason. I was like, it's all good. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you guys feel different,
Good
but
one, bro. Good one. Yeah, Nathan, trying to make the the stream lighter. Definitely, we need that on a Monday after the Sunday. Where
I
we all have
can't
gone
possibly get any more angry without all of us getting cancelled. I'll tell you that.
But
I can't.
let's come back. Let's come back to this. भाई यहाँ पर देखो एंजो मरेस्का के टैक्टिक्स में एंड आई नो इट विल टेक टाइम मे बी दैट इज व्हाट वी ऑल अग्री ठीक है भाई trust the process is one thing, but you are waiting for mistakes to happen and then learn. उससे better ये नहीं कि मतलब why were pre-season games there? Why were the initial couple of games there? मतलब I thought these were all games where you set it up and ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत ज़्यादा changes हमने किया है. You look at that midfield and I genuinely believe, and again people I know कि social media मैंने इसलिए बोला था Will Hughes के against social media नहीं बोल रहा है, nothing against him in particular, but Declan Rice के लिए भाई social media पागलपंती का next level पहुंच गया था, and I agree with Declan Rice, and we'll come to that, shouldn't have gotten that. If you're talking logic, if you're talking rules, अलग चीज है. लेकिन यहाँ पर I think Moses Caicedo, मतलब he had a phenomenal match. And he had a phenomenal match. Yes, in a drawn match, I'm saying. अकेला बंदा पूरा मिडफील्ड रोक रहा था. Yes, it's not against Enzo Fernandez. It's not against Malo Gusto. मेरा point is that the coach, जो हम टेन हाग के बारे में बात कर रहे थे अनिमेश, don't you think the coach needs to identify this? Because it is so easy to beat that Chelsea midfield right now. तो right now, जैसे टूकल किया था, टूकल used to play one system in PSG altogether. ठीक है, used to play one system in Dortmund altogether. He saw that Chelsea doesn't have that personnel. He played what suits Chelsea.
As a Chelsea fan, Ankit, I would be more harsh about this if this was, first week of November. I think game 3 is still okay. Only because, like I said, your attacking players
and we played well first half. To be fair, to
are a little responsible for, because they are adjusting, or attackers are adjusting. They are dragging one of the midfielders out of equation the whole time, right? That's how you have something like that happening. I think आपका और थोड़ा games हो जाएगा, and you come tell me, show me in November, you show me, hey, Chelsea अभी भी 8th, 7th or 8th. This has happened a couple of matches and we've drawn matches and thrown games away. Then I'll be like, definitely Maresca.
But I get it. लेकिन वो बोल रहा हूँ ना, मतलब again, it's early on the season. हमें पता है जो हमने बात किया 4th, 5th, 6th,
I know आपने बोला कि process होता है, you trust it, but you have to have some logical process. But I think
मतलब this was not a game to drop points. ये मतलब हमने first half में we should have obviously finished the chances. That is up to the players. But I thought even tactically, second half में he could have controlled the game far better, which is like we don't know football. We are saying.
If this was United, I would have criticized the way you're criticizing, because वो midfield तो वो last year भी खेला था, थोड़े matches खेला है ना. Your team is just a little new. Like I would have said, Ten Hag, what are you doing? You know this is how you're going to lose. आपको मालूम है struggle है. I don't think Maresca knows for sure 100%. Maybe
मेरा point Animesh is that आप यहाँ ये दिखा रहा हूँ मैं कि this is not the Chelsea of the old. We need to understand and admit that not winning sometimes is normal. While basically I get that practically in a general club scenario, the whole point of Chelsea being there is the fact that we are the famous CFC. हम क्यों गाते हैं? The whole point is that, even to some extent Manchester United is that. मतलब I don't think that might be a fact. Should he say this publicly? Will it not affect social media? का ज़माना है भाई.
Well, I'd actually like to cut in. I know you asked Animesh. I actually like what he said, because some other managers just talk about bouncing, whereas some other managers actually make a point. So the fact that he said that, and whether it's true, and he should not say that, actually I commend him for saying it, because he's actually saying something that's actually happening. He's not saying
I agree.
we're going to come back. We're not going to bounce back.
I totally agree. we have to kind of wait and we have to hope for the best and improvement दिख रहे धीरे-धीरे दिख रहे. But my question is, should he say that publicly? Because it will affect in social media world to the players or
Okay, I'll ask you a
consciously.
better question, Ankit. Would you prefer if you have a manager that lies to you every week?
Obviously not, लेकिन
No,
मैं वही
but
वापस
that is
नितिन मेरा
essentially
पॉइंट
what
यही
we
है.
are talking
आप
about.
ड्रेसिंग
ना?
रूम में बोलो ना, आप पब्लिकली बोल रहे हो जहां पर क्लियरली
अंकित
और
भाई,
काइंड ऑफ
ये press
setting
को
But
the
the
ठीक कराने
public,
के
but
लिए.
the public already know Chelsea have been
Yeah.
bad for the last 3 years.
Yeah,
Like,
and
who
also
are they
Ankit
lying
bhai,
to?
it's to shut up the press that he doesn't want to be asked this question.
The
He's
press
telling the
just
press
make it
to
worse.
Exactly.
Yeah, the press
Exactly.
just
why
make
has
it
he
worse.
come out and said ये 15 प्लेयर मैं खेलने वाला नहीं हूँ? That is the worst thing as a manager. One to बोल नहीं सकता क्योंकि you will not get money for those players now.
No,
He
that
doesn't
I
care.
commend him that at least
He
he's having
doesn't
the
care.
guts
He's
to
like,
say that.
मुझे मेरे टैक्टिक्स पे फोकस करना है. मेरे पास 23 प्लेयर्स केपेबल है. मुझे उन पे फोकस करना है. तुम लोग भाड़ में जाओ. मुझे वापस पूछना मत एक बार. Same
Or
thing.
to be fair, he's got positive. Like I thought the centre back partnership last 2 games में was a despite Servette or Crystal Palace were very bad. I thought this was a positive. These two guys, मतलब Servette वाले game में दिख रहा था they were missed and they proved it. They did very well. और भाई good news is for Chelsea fans is like Fofana is not going by. Fofana जब भी जाता है ना all the Chelsea fans are like भाई prayers शुरू हो जाते हैं कि he might get injured any second. Fofana, Nkunku etc. भाई जितना नहीं जाए internationals के लिए उतना better है. That's what it is. But भाई so let's move on quickly. Sujit, how is the mood, bro? North London derby next. I know we'll again talk about it in 2 weeks time or 1.5 weeks time. लेकिन this one, bro, मतलब I saw a social media thing, but Weltman is like wow, मतलब इससे better actor ही मिलेगा. I don't know anyone in the panel क्या लगता है rules definitely are a issue यहाँ पर.
Before I say something, you know what? You guys say whatever you want, and if there is
please.
something to add, I'll add.
Nathan, what is your opinion about this guy?
Because
मतलब again having played the game, I would have like, oh seriously for this इसके लिए yellow card मिल गया मुझे second. लेकिन again rules say that I don't know मतलब I would rather be old school and say कि it was rubbish. How could he have got sent off for this?
I wouldn't say that because I've literally seen Dallo get sent off within minutes for a throw-in. Sent off.
Again, see that's what I'm saying. Are the rules right?
No. My thing is, if the rules are the rules, then you can't complain about it. Whether they are right or not is an actually separate topic. If you know what the new rules are, those are the new rules. Like you can say common sense, you can say this, that. Sometimes they give a yellow, sometimes they don't give a yellow, but we know this already. We already know that they give yellows for things that are yellows and then they don't give yellows for things that are yellows. We already know they are inconsistent. Last year, there was an absolute tirade by the entire Premier League to charge at these the board of referees, whatever the hell they call. They're all losers anyway. But so this is consistent in the Premier League, but then fans get pissed off at it when it happens to them, but it actually happens to everybody. Like I don't know if Arsenal can say they're the only one who got screwed by the referees. I don't even think they can say it when this Premier didn't Eze get screwed off a free kick goal like in the first week. I'm just saying. Listen, I don't like Arsenal. You can see
basically
the smile.
This is
good.
off.
This is good. Things have happened to me this week. This is the only good. But at the end of the day, if we are going to only talk about the event, how is this different from any other game week in the Premier League? How is it? Because someone got a red card, but then some people don't get goals. Some people don't get fouls which lead to goals. Some people don't get sent off for actually bad tackles. Like,
Amit has a good point. The point being that they are not even consistent. So I think the referees have to be consistent.
Exactly. So I said, but then again, that's what I said, didn't I? The first thing I said was we already know they are not consistent.
I agree with Amit.
Now I will say one thing. To prove this inconsistency theory, all we have to do is talk about the exact same game. In the first half, I think it was 34 minutes. João Pedro tried to save the ball in. It was already whistled out, and he tried. See, in his defense, he tried to keep it in. He didn't hit it on anyone or anything, but he tried, right? Because he was trying to counter. However, based on the rules, he should still get a yellow. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they zoomed in on the referee, and he was like, at the time I hit the whistle, he kicked it. So you can go, okay, maybe. That it's not a yellow. But as far as I'm concerned, it is a yellow. But then again, it goes back to the whole point of it's not being inconsistent. So as far as now I will just conclude so I can give it to everyone else. I will only just simply say this. I blame Declan Rice for 2 reasons. One, And believe me, it happened in our own game yesterday, which made me even more annoyed. As soon as you're on a yellow, your head has to be on a swivel. Whatever the yellow you got
Agreed,
for, whatever the
100%.
reason. your head
Or
has
the
to be on a
manager
swivel.
also has to kind of realize that and maybe
Yeah.
make a big call.
Yeah, I mean, Glasner took off views. I mean, all he wanted was the T-shirt, but apparently
Correct.
that's offensive in some communities. But anyway, that's not here or there. He should have either, first of all, Declan Rice is the midfielder. Why is he jogging? Run back, bro. Brighton are still dangerous. I mean, I get it. You all were hammering them in the first half, but Brighton are still dangerous. They can pull a goal back. Run back to your position. No, you don't just walk. And also, do not walk right in front of where the ball is stopped for the foul. Just cut to the side. Even if he cut to the side, no, 100% Veltman would have got a yellow. 100% for kicking it on him. 100%. But then again, it's not consistent. So what is the point of crying about it?
Bro, let's
No,
not
देखो-
forget Eze ka goal. Ankit bhai, the Eze goal just ruled out by the referee. Moronic.
Of
That was
course.
one of the
Uh-huh.
best
And he
goals
goes
for
and
you
goes and
ever seen.
apologizes, and that does nothing for Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I shouldn't
मैं
have
मैं
known that.
एग्जांपल से तो अनिमेश आपको याद होगा मतलब वन कैन नॉट फॉरगेट दैट फेमस आई नो आई एम श्योर सुचित विल कम इन एज वेल लेकिन मैनचेस्टर आर्सेनल फैंस रिमेंबर दैट वैन पर्सी सेंडिंग ऑफ व्हेन ही वाज प्लेइंग फॉर आर्सेनल वेयर ही काइंड ऑफ डिडंट हियर द विसल एंड ही
Barca
किक्ड
के
द बॉल
सामने.
करेक्ट तो
Yeah.
मेरा पॉइंट बीइंग दैट we all have played the game at some level I'm pretty sure right everyone in the chat be I'm pretty sure मेरा point here है आप imagine you being the player yes you have done a stupid thing but imagine being sent off for that मतलब it's like
Yeah.
wow like really वो वाला चीज है मतलब maybe it's old school but I just feel कि the game is going away you know मतलब the game आप मतलब FIFA नहीं खेल रहे हो भाई आप फुटबॉल खेल रहे हो पिच पर and this is for everyone so and I'm like
In
like Nathan,
FIFA,
I was happy
in
here.
fact, in FIFA, you don't get the yellow card.
Exactly.
It's
FIFA
more
में तो और भी
FIFA is more
That's
football
even
than
better.
the shit that's happening right now.
But anyway, तो भाई have to give credit to Brighton also yet again. By Brighton, I think Aston Villa, one can argue. These are possibly, by the way, ये एक news आया था आज Arsenal का that he's not going. Suchit obviously would have got a heart attack first when देखा होगा news पहला, लेकिन the moment it happened, rejection का भी आ गया होगा. But I think Man City, Brighton, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Liverpool. Fair to say these 5 teams have looked obviously the better teams as of now. But like I think शुरू में Nathan ने बोला था, I think this was the game of the weekend, bro.
Oh,
If anyone
yeah.
did not watch this, Pickford's expression was one to watch, bro. मतलब आपने देखा live तो भाई आपका दिन और week बन गया होगा almost. I don't know, but so yeah, I think Nathan, did you get your predictions for top 5?
No. Well, I'll stick with mine. Yeah, I don't want to flip flop. So mine were Arsenal, City, United, Liverpool, and Spurs.
Wow, interesting. But whatever it is, bro, we will see what happens. Obviously, I'm not going to change either. लेकिन the point being कि भाई transfers हो गए और एक होता ना कि यार 3 हफ्ते हो गए. मतलब we all know pre-season से हम base करते हैं, but this is the real thing, and now it's going to start. And plus, I think Animesh made a brilliant point that once European football starts,
Yeah, that's
you know,
right,
certain
yeah.
teams. और वहीं पर I feel कि Newcastle, don't be surprised this time. Now I'm changing my thing, but I feel कि they might have this. Especially I think the fact that they've kept both of Guimaraes and Isaac. मतलब मैं सोच रहा था कि एक बंदे को शायद वो let go करे because उनका PSR का issue चल रहा था ना. That's what I thought. Though.
Yeah.
So I thought they would have let go.
Let's see how good Tonali is. He looks decent.
Yeah, I think it'll take a few weeks like Ugarte to settle.
But
You know.
Parting gift. Thank you for that. Thank you.
But you know, I'm a Tonali fan actually. Personally speaking, boy, इसी मिलान को सॉफ्ट कर रहे हैं. But great to have you guys. 1.5 घंटा से पता नहीं लगा टाइम बीत गया. By the way, we do a combined 11 every week. Main topic वो रहता है, लेकिन क्योंकि 3 गेम वीक हुए, इंटरनेशनल ब्रेक है, तो मैं सोचा थोड़ा डिटेल में आज डिस्कस करेंगे what has happened till now, एक इंप्रेशन क्या रहा है. I'm going to put so not Almighty Blues का और आप लोग का भाई whoscore.com का टीम ऑफ द वीक मैंने दिखाना है. आप लोग quickly throughout the panel and the chat आप जा सकते हो and let us know any changes if you would like to make for the team of the week. Any changes, anyone in the panel that has been missed out here? Alisson in goal. Then you have basically Liverpool ke Van Dijk and Luis Diaz and Salah. Then City ke De Bruyne, Haaland, Calvert-Lewin. Oh, wow, how can 2 Everton players be here? There's something wrong with this. 100%.
No, they've gone for basically वो smash and grab win था, but just for that I would still put in Sinestera over McNeil. That's all.
Interesting.
And I would remove Calvert-Lewin for Antoine Semenyo.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
that.
Semenyo, bhai. To be honest, no, I know. I think Cook got all the credit, but I think there was a point of Semenyo not getting the credit as well. But good stuff, guys.
Also,
I'm
one more.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah. Nice.
I would take out KDB and put in Mbuemo.
Oh,
Oh,
Nick Pope in goal instead of Alisson. He saved a lot of shots.
Could be.
मैं कल
Yeah.
जब मैं देख रहा था ना एक्सटर्नल हाइलाइट्स में यही सोच रहा था साला यहाँ पर न्यूकासल के पास है निक पोप, टॉटनहम के पास है विकारियो, हमने यहाँ पर 7 गोलकीपर खरीद कर भी एक साला वर्ल्ड कप वर्ल्ड क्लास नहीं खरीदा. मैं क्या ही तो बोलूं यार. Henderson, by the way, became world class yesterday playing against us. And if you all remember, back in the day, David De Gea, I think one of his first wow appearances was when that Mata free kick happened. I remember that. That was probably 2013 season where he had that brilliant save and of the free kick, and then he probably went on over it. So you never know. Henderson might have that in his club. But yeah, guys, great stream. Any final thoughts anyone has open to it? लेकिन क्या plan है भाई international break में? People are on break. We are going to be continuing content, but we'll probably be bringing shorter content is what I'm guessing. If you guys want live streams, then मुझे शुरू करना वापस से Almighty Sports पे थोड़ा गेमिंग वेमिंग करेंगे, टाइम पास करेंगे. I don't know. क्या प्लान है भाई? सुचित, Animesh, Nathan, any particular plans on your channels?
For the break?
Oh yes, actually exciting update. I finally, after almost a year, get to watch England play a qualifier match. Lightning Lee Carsley's new squad. It's looking exciting. That absolute donkey is not there anymore. Oh, I might actually enjoy my weekend for once. And it's not Manchester United. It's not a certain bouncy boy. It's actually someone else who's just as boring as him, but might actually get a win on the weekend.
You know what? It might be unpopular opinion, but this unknown managers usually work. I would say, but that's what I would say.
Lee Carsley has been promoted from the lower divisions of the
He
same international.
was managing the guys. All Palmer, Madueke, and all they were.
We're going to see Angel Gomez not in a Manchester United shirt.
Interesting.
Time, baby.
But yes, guys, we are coming back. MJ, like I announced last month, I kind of taken a break after winning the World Cup because bhai हमें celebrate करना था World Cup. लेकिन we are coming back on Almighty Sports as well. Things are getting planned already. I think I've shared some content yesterday. People to check out our community posts वहाँ पर भी. लेकिन we'll be back on both the channels. So hit that bell, hit that like. लेकिन more importantly, please consider subscribing to my panel. Football Bloody Hell, the Football Showdown, and of course Sports on Nathan. You guys know it. Links below, first line in the description. Also, the offer is on only for the next 10 days, guys. Remember, जो jersey offer है, thanks to fan code, do check it out. Extra discount है, and अभी और options बढ़ गए, तो do check out the link below as well with the coupon code. But अभी के लिए इतना ही. No matter what, bye. We will come back fighting. और भाई हंसेंगे रोएंगे, लेकिन भाई enjoy करिए because a lot of drama अभी बाकी है. तो भाई ये break भी important है, ठीक है? See you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.